Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Farm. Thinking right out here in the lab, in the wee hours of the morning, in the book, doing what I do for you. I got a nice little lesson for you to do. It's a comparison. I did the Egypt and Greek comparison to show you. Now I'm gonna show you the Indian comparison where they pretty much was the same. Let's rock. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. I do. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. I think is know thyself and to my act be true. All right, we're in the second concept of the comparison of Kemetic, Egyptian, and Ethiopian philosophies, and Indian, Hindu, Buddhism philosophies, showing you the symbolic, linguistic, mythological, and philosophical correspondence in the values in which they hold. They pretty much mean the same thing. Let's talk about it. Remember, different philosophies to get you to the same place. It don't make a difference what you call it. So right thinkers, P from philosophy is going to break down a comparison of the different philosophies. All right, that's right. Take you to the same place. You got Kemetic philosophy. Okay, I got a few different philosophies. I'm going to go through them. But the important ones I'm going to give you right here. This is the big one. 57 words or phrases that pretty much are the same. But they're showing you how different cultures did pretty much the same thing differently. It's okay, let's understand that. So let's go. You got a Kemetic philosophy from Egypt. Then you got the Jain, the Vedanta, the Upanishads, the Samkhya, the Buddhist philosophy, all out of India. Now these are all in the same country, but they had different cultures and they practiced pretty much the same thing, like we did in Egypt. Thebes, Waset, and Heliopolis. We all had different gods, same God, different names, but we taught and philosophized pretty much the same thing, just different. And that's okay. The idea to get you there, what? Enlightenment. So let's talk about it. The Indians in the Upanishad, they were very, and they still are to this day. How about that? They still rolling. Egypt now fell out. India stayed in control. It wasn't invaded. Okay, so they kept their tradition, and they about the most traditionalist people in the Middle East. Let's go. I got my guru who I mess with, my man Sadi Guru. He's an Indian, and he talked that good talk. He ain't read nothing. He ain't went to school, learned nothing. All his is God given. I like that. All right, let's talk about, it's like about 57. So let me go through them right quick. I could. First one, we call God Netter. In India, we got the Nefer, the Simba, the and we call Egyptian yoga. They just got straight yoga. Okay, we got Egyptian, they got yoga. Same thing. Watch this. But we got the God called Netter. Their God was called Brahman. Okay, Dharmakaya. Okay, and number two, our Mayat, my girl. Okay, she represents cosmic order. They have a Mahat, Mahat, that represents cosmic mind. See the same? See where we're going with this? You start seeing the similarity. They're not comparing to compete. They're comparing to show that they had the same concept. That's what I'm trying to get across here with this one. With the Greeks, I was exposing them. All right, as thieves. Lotus flower. all know the lotus flower represents 1,000 petals on the lotus flower. There's 1,000 petals. That signifies growth in new life. And it grows in the worst, stinky, funkiest part, but it stays pure. Okay, it's protected by God, the concept. They got the lotus flower with 1,000 petals also. Same concept. Okay? Number 4, we got the spirit that we call Haru. That's the spirit that's in me and you. That's the human spirit that's in us right now. The ancients had that 10,000 years ago. That's the philosophy in Egypt. Now, in India, they got Krishna and Buddha, enlightened ones. Haru is the conqueror what? Of himself, master of self. That's the same pretty much philosophy that they showing you different words, but it means the same thing. The M's, the Nims, the homonyms, antonyms, synonyms. We've been all of that already. I ain't going back to 3rd grade with you, but you should be able to recognize the concepts. Okay, you got Asa as our God and Aset, his wife. In India, they got Shiva and Parvati. Okay, that's his female companion. You see them together, she's always on top. Okay, like Newt on Geb. So you got the sacred cow, which is Haru. All right, they got the sacred cow. Ain't changed nothing. In India, they don't mess with the cows. Okay, we had the bull. Okay? The cow is the female. The Egyptian had the bull, the male, the Ictus bull. But pretty much the same philosophy, just presented different, but to get you with the same understanding. Now you got Tat. Okay, we call them Tahuti. Some people spell it DJUHUTE, and it's spelled 3 different ways. They spell it with the T. Now, when you say Tahuti, the T in China is pronounced with the D sound. Okay, and the D sound in Egypt is sound the T sound. Just a little something thrown there. So we call him Tahuti. His middle name is Chahuti with a J, but they put the D there and spell it with the Tahuti. So you got to spell it down with Tahuti. And guess what? They have Tat. The same concept, just shorten the name. Okay? And number 8, you got the eye of Haru. Number 8, in India, you got the eyes of Krishna. Last time I showed you 2 different eyes. They got their concept. Again, same concept. Eyes of Krishna, eyes of Buddha. Haru and Ra. We got ours. Number 9, the Ankh. In India, they got what they call the Ardnari Ashwara. That's the half man, half woman figure that you see. Okay? Same life. Again, that's the expression of life. Half man and half woman, 50-50. The black dot in the circle. We know it in the dot in the circle. We complain it as you, the body inside God. Okay, the circle is God, you are the dot. In India, they got to call it the Bindu, the Bindi stone, right here, signifying the 3rd eye, the pineal gland. Same philosophy, presented different. Number 11. Now, only a few of my students know what a Sahu is. Sahu is an enlightened being. Okay, that's when you cross over. On here, they got the same thing. Sadhu, instead of S-A, they add the D to it, but Sahu, same thing. And number 12, the ancient sign for the Haru was the Buto Cobra, that female cobra sign back when it first started out. They got a Benja Cobra, okay? The Buta, to become. That's their concept of the cobra. And we got the Uraeus, the Wajat. Same concept, they just presented different. Next one is Anu. Anu is the place. They got Anu. Again, Anu means the first place, the first time. Number 14, we call our God, sun god Ra. Sun, symbol of God, right? They caught Ra, fire, same thing. Same thing. See, some of them change, but some of them don't. It's the exact same thing. Ra, the female Riot, okay? They got Prana and Ra, R-A-I, the same thing. Again, same thing. 16, they got Ravi, which is considered the sun. We call it Ra, the sun. Okay? 17, virgin birth of Haru. Krishna, that would be Mary. So in India, the virgin birth of Krishna and Buddha. Okay? They got the same philosophy concept. The castration of Asa. Remember, cut his penis off. Okay, castration of Shiva. Shiva had a situation in their story where he was castrated. The idea to show you that we can reproduce without the male phallus. That's what the concept was. Okay, the reproduction organ is the penis and the vagina for the humans, but the male phallus, if you cut it off, he can't regenerate. That's why Asar stayed in afterward. He couldn't come back to life. Why he can't produce. Okay, cut his things off. Without that, you got nothing. And when most old guys, no, I can't say most. I'll speak for one. When he couldn't get it up, that's before they got this new fancy stuff to get your heart. They used to have pumps and all kinds of stuff. He freaked out because he couldn't get hard. It's more to life than that. So I understood that a while ago, but that was his thing. Okay, he was in that era. That's the era he come from. All right, so he couldn't do his thing anywhere for living. All right, where we at? All right, 17. Okay, 18. We had number 19. Number 19, in the form of Asar, that's Haru. That's me and you. The spirit from God passes down. We reincarnated in the flesh. That's Haru. And that's the Lord he was considered the Lord of the perfect black. At death, everybody goes to the light. Nobody goes to the dark. Everybody goes to the light, come back here. Get the concept? All right, 19 for them. Krishna was considered the black one. He was black, he was green, he was blue, he had different colors to represent different things. Okay? Green for vegetation, blue for the sky, and black for the earth. Remember, the earth in Egypt, the soot was black. Okay? Chem, they was chemicals. I'm not Chem, but the charcoal Chem. All right, meant black. So, number 20, you got Het Haru, which is the destructive aspect of Aset, which is from God. She got the power. When he sent her down in the lion form to kill all the sinners who didn't worship him. So the concept with that philosophy is you either worship God or you die. Simple as that. That's your choice. Because if you worship in you will die. Humans die. Gods don't. That's the concept. And we had Het Haru, right? The destructive force. In India, they got Kali. She's the one with the scars around her neck. If you make love to her, that's death. Like the black widow spider. If you make love to her, party's over for you. The bee, if you get that, she taking it. It's going to stay inside her. Okay? So you might not want to just mess with them. That was the concept. Go around putting that thing in everywhere, it might not come back out. In the Masonic order, you stick your hand in that little drawer to get your pay. If it don't come in right, we cutting it off. See, you try to steal. That's what the concept of getting your hand cut off from stealing. See, all kinds of little stuff like that. And they had it set up for that way. Why? To keep the thieves, eavesdroppers, and cowards away. If we was castrate all pedophiles, we castrate all rapists, we have less rapists and pedophiles. Why? They know the position they putting yourself in once they do that and get caught. Once you get caught, don't worry about it no more. You ain't got to lock them up. Just cut it off. See, that would be, they had it back in the day, they called eunuchs. They had men walking around with no nuts, no penis. Okay? They was useless. They was just eunuchs. They just worked. Okay? Bees, reason for that. They don't got no penis. Why? They don't want to do that. Why? Queen bee? All right, I don't want that. No, I'll just keep working. I prefer to work. Why? I can live. Having sex could cost you your life. We got that point now where sex create life. You put that thing in the wrong thing, when they come out, it ain't the same thing. And you can't get rid of it. What the hell? When I was coming up, we had 3 diseases. Syphilis, gonorrhea, and chlamydia. Chlamydia came in late, but we mixed up the gonorrhea and syphilis. They made up another strain. But I went and looked it up. I can't believe it. It's over 20 different uncurable sexual transmitted diseases. What the hell y'all doing? What the hell is that? Sorry about that, but yeah, we way off for that kind of. Let me get back to my lesson. Sorry about that. See, if I get going, I'm going to keep on going down that road. So in my classes, I had my girl. She keep me in bounds. She would slap me. Oh, okay, get back. So I got to do that myself now. Miss my girl. Number 21. I ain't even halfway home yet. Oh, Lord. All right, let's speed it up. The 9 parts of the spirit. Just gave that lesson. They got the concept of the 3 bodies and the 5 sheaths and the supreme self. That comes to 9. Again, that number 9 is significant everywhere. Everybody knows the power of 9. You divide 9, multiply 9 by whatever number, it's going to add up to 9. Did you know that? We knew that in 3rd grade. I'm watching remember the cartoon on Saturday morning? I'm just a Bill. Grammar Rock. They did all that. They broke down the 9. 9. They would just go off on it. He wasn't paying no attention to that. But lessons in life, a lot of times, don't come around to you. Think about it, or they had experience that you got to remember. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, this life lessons for a reason. Preparation. In life is important, not just in things you do. You do in life, prepare it. The primeval waters, number 22. The noon, we call it the noon. Chaos, okay? Meaning potential, but just no order. That's what Mayat came to take care of chaos. Chaos is its fact. You don't even hear about him. Why? Mayat, the dwarf said, good supersedes evil. Evil don't get top billing. So you getting out of you let me go, I go. All right, 22. We had the noon. They called the primary waters chaos. They called it Nara. Noon, Nara, the same thing. Okay, watch this. Moving on. So the journey of Ra across the day. So the time he come up, he's Kepri. New beginning, self-created one. That's the sunrise. That's Kepri. At high noon, highest point, he's Ra. Yeah, in his glory, prime. Now, he's going to the west, he's Atun. That means he's finishing. That's the end. Alpha Kepri, Omega Atun. Ra sits in the middle and divides day from night. That's the concept. And right here, where we at? I did the 9. Primeval waters. Okay. Next one, the journey of Ra. Now, Tahuti in Mayat lays out the plan for Ra's day. When he in his boat in the daytime, he only got 2 people, Mayat and Tahuti. Mayat makes the way, keeps order and everything right, and Tahuti to keep his mind right. When he go into the Duat at night, he made the call. He called his boys. He need all hands on deck. Why? He about to go to war. Another story about the Ra. Okay, every god had their own life story that we put together to give you understand and learn about them, make it interesting. Google Ra. All right, here you go. Now, YouTube is killing it. Oh, I see more. I'm loving it. I'm seeing all my ancient stuff being brought to life. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Moving on. I'm not the only one teaching it. That's why. Well, I'm Egyptian. Now, who know Egyptian philosophy? No, don't worry. It's coming. Moving on. It's the truth. I got 7 years, about 10 years, but 7 years here on YouTube. Everybody's coming around. So I'm just here. Just come on. Come on. Yeah, it's all right. Enlightenment don't hurt. Being a better person don't hurt. It's a good thing. Come on, ingratiate it. Make it a way of your life. I did. It's working fine for me. All right. So we got Ra. Okay. Next one, we got the cosmic egg. Geb represents Earth. He represents he got a goose on his head. Okay, he laid the goose, the golden egg. That's the concept. He's the great cackler. Okay, he represents Earth and everything on it. Big cosmic, but the cosmic egg, what they laid, and he came out of it. Okay, 24 for the Egyptians. For the Indian, they got cosmic egg also. Okay, understand that philosophy. Moving on. God abides in the human body in all things. That's Amun. That's the hidden one. That's the spirit. We got that concept. Now in India, they said God abides in the body of all things. Same philosophy. Same philosophical concept to the letter. The 26th, we call it the West. The West is where you went after you died and you passed the test of Mayat. West is for God to reside forever. Okay? So in India, they got 26, we got the beautiful West. They got the Buddha of the West. The Buddha means enlightened. Haru means enlightened. Same thing. Same person, but different presentation. But it's the same thing. You get my point? I keep beating this to death. The male, Earth, Geb, I just told you about him. Asar is the passive principle and female. Okay, excuse me. Male, Geb, Asar, the passive principle, 27. They got the male, for sure, passive principle, and the female. The female aspect is always around with the male. They go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Earth got to have heaven. Air got to have moisture. You feel me? Up got to have down. Newt, watch this. In the female aspect, we got Geb mate was Newt. Asar mate was Aset. Those are the active female principles. Okay? And they on top. Okay? They had male Purusha, Purusha, excuse me, and the passive principle of female. That remember, what, Prakriti? That's the active principle. Parvati was Kinsu's wife. Parvati, yeah. Okay, now you got number 29, 28, excuse me. Slime. I don't know what the else. Oh, slime. Maya, the illusion of the world. I forgot about that one. Okay, yeah. We called it slime. Okay, they called it Maya, the illusion that we see because of our ignorance. We see the world a certain way, but it's not really what it is. That's called the illusion, aka Maya. And the natives did the same thing. In Native America, they said the dream state, when we go to sleep, that's the real world. I'm studying, and I'm studying. I kind of agree with them. That world that we go into when we go to sleep, that's our world. That's the internal world inside us. The world that we live in, this is the physical world. This is stuff that we got to deal with. In our own mind, that's where we're going to be forever, in eternity. The spirit and the conscious will be together. Just won't be with the body. Get the concept? All right, so let's go. 29. The I set pose. The Cali pose. Cali, when she's dancing. And when she's dancing, she got all her dead men and she dancing on bodies. Okay, she dancing on the human bodies. Okay. And my man with the dancer, he said, dance on her. Dance on her. Just dance on her. Okay, do your thing. The castration of Asar. They got the castration of Shiva. All right, let me speed up a little bit. I got to get this out the way. All right, I'm having fun, but I hope I'm getting the lesson across. But the similarities between the two countries living right next to each other, they're going to share similarities, but they don't have to be the same. They didn't have to. They never had war. They never had no disagreements amongst each other. How about that? Remember. Now, the phrase, as above, so below, they got the same phrase. As above, so below. Again, these are philosophical concepts that you can live with. You ain't got to argue and fight with them. You ain't got to follow me. Just take the philosophy. You ain't got to do that with me. I'm practicing philosophy just like anybody else who practices it. Ain't no difference. All right. Now you got 33, 32. You got Mount Meru. That's the dwelling place of God. In the Christian, y'all call it, no. Up on Mount, what do y'all call it? Y'all got y'all Mount 2 Mason. I don't forgot my little lesson there. But Mount Moriah, that's the dwelling place of God. They say Mount Moriah, the dwelling place of God. Okay, some things you can't change. Some things, it is what it is. That's all. Moving on. Let me get this thing over. Now, you got 33. You got 7 energy centers in the body we call chakras. They got seven energy centers in the body also, chakras. That's the Kundalini concept, philosophy. Number 34, the bull of Asar in men, male aspects. You got the bull of Shiva, same thing. Shiva is Asar. Stealing the heart, okay? Heart, what the God tell you, Christians? Be still and know that I am God. That means that's meditation time. Y'all didn't get that one. Y'all Christians missed the boat with that one. He's telling you, sit down, meditate, and communicate with me. Oh, I didn't see it that way. That's why y'all have preachers and pastors to break it down. They go to school to teach them how to break it down for that. I get that, I understand that. I didn't go to school. I did the Manly P. Hall. I did my own study. I love that concept. Okay. But the bull and the man that I saw, that's the male concept. Okay. Still in the heart. That means meditation from the book of coming forth by day. Get in your book, study, and meditate on your higher self. I do it every day. Now, 36. Excuse me. The cessation of the mind stuff. Okay. Meditate again. They telling you from Yoga Sutras from the philosopher Patanjali. Number 36, the swastika that the Jews made. The Germans made bad because they used it. The swastika is God, all encompassing what all 4 quarters of creation. The swastika, God encompassing all 4 quarters of creation. Understand that one. 37. Now they got the Trilinga of Asar, Trilinga of Shiva, the trilateral concept of life, death, and reincarnation. Number 38. The Menphite theology, the creation story. In India, they got the creation story from India, the laws of what they call Manu. Okay. Number 39, Amun, Amen, Amen, That's the Egyptian creator god, the hidden one, and the Dogon creator god is Amma. Okay. In India, they got Amma Mayapan, the Dravidian name of God. Okay, they chose another name. Can't pronounce it, but that's theirs. Number 40, moving on. The 40 is the Lord of the perfect black, the Ethiophalic. You see the guy with the big penis? That's men. That's the God of sublimation. He has control over his sexual energy, over his sexual sublimation. He controls it. It don't control him. Set, on the other hand, has no self-control. Self-discipline is a must. That's what men represents, okay, fellas? You got to use your men to keep that thing where it needs to be, all right? Now you got the Lord of the perfect black, the sun. Okay, number 43. The sun god, that's the supreme being. Visible, that's Amen, made visible, Ra. The moon, the mind, represents intellect and wisdom. That's Aset. She represents that concept. The sun, God, supreme being, moon, and the mind, intellect, again, wisdom, female. Number 44, Ba. That's your spirit. That's the soul. That at Judgment Day, if your head is on that falcon, the Ba is the spirit that carries the spirit home. It needs to be conscious. That's your job. Your head should be on your Ba. Okay, so that's when you see the sign of the Ba at the Judgment Day. The Ba already been committed. Why? He know himself. We already know he's gonna pass. Why? He got his consciousness together. He know who he is. The Ba originated from the universal Ba Netter, the Neteru to Atum. We got the concept in India, the Atman, okay, the Brahman, the soul. It originated from the universal spirit Brahman. I've got no problem with these people in India. I love, why? They didn't try to do nothing but use it to their benefit. That's it. They weren't competing. They weren't trying to be better. So there was no competition there. The Metrunetta, which is our sacred speech, our sacred writing, all Egyptian, we call it hieroglyphs now, are really Metrunetta, writings from God. Okay, words from God. That's why the Christians think the Bible was written by God. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. All right, here we go. Where you at? 45. Upanishads. Okay, Mahavakas, or what they call the Great Utterance, words from God. Number 46, story of Haru and Set. They got the story of the uncle who tried to kill the newborn. That would be Set. The newborn would be Haru in India. Okay, everybody got an evil uncle. You got to watch them guys. And I use that. If you take all the people who was molested, all the females who molested, their family member, the uncle, can't trust uncle. You can't trust him. I'm an uncle, and I take pride in being somebody's uncle. That means I'm not going to take advantage of you. I'm somebody you can trust. That's what the uncle's supposed to mean. They perverted the concept of uncle. That's set. That's where that comes from. Okay, long time ago. Okay, you got Heka. Heka is what? Words of power, mantra, words that you say. Okay, prayer. Y'all call them prayer. Okay, moving on. 48, excuse me. Egyptian magic. Aset represents the highest form of magic of all the Egyptian goddesses. In India, Siddha, or the Tibetan Buddhist philosophies, they had the same concept. Magic spoken by the women, produced by women. Hoeing of the earth. That's the teaching of the field in the Noah. A disciple and student. You're the student learning what's going on in the field. The teacher gives the breakdown of it. Hotep, my favorite. Om, Tat, Sat, peace. It means peace. The Ka is the other part of the Ba. The veil of Aset, the veil of Maya, illusion. Maya, Aset represents wisdom. Okay, you ain't hidden. She's been unmasked. You got to get knowledge of self to see Aset. Okay, ignorance, you can't see it with ignorant eyes. But Hotep, again, the slab, the minga, they use in India, they use a linga, this little ball with the vulva wrapped around it. The ball represents the penis, and the other part represents the linga, represents the female vagina. Okay? You got Shu, he is air, god of air. He's the supporter of heaven. You see the guy holding up Newt? The story goes, heaven and earth was like this. They loved each other. Ra said, stop. They didn't. He said, Shu, handle that. So now, when Shu pushed Newt up into heaven, separate her from earth, Gab's penis was still rock hard. That's what y'all call obelisks right now. Y'all representing Gab's penis when they separated Newt from Gab. These are good stories. But you learn them, you get to understand nature a little bit better. It gives you a better picture and understanding of nature. It makes a lot of sense, okay? So, again, they broke the vow from Ra, and Ra separated them. They will never be together again. Any vow broken by vow, any punishment given by Ra was eternal, forever. So they were forever. He would look up, Gab would look up and see her, and she could look down and see him, but they'll never meet again. So you don't want to break Ra's rule. That's why everybody God-fearing. God-fearing, you don't want that wrath. You don't want his wrath. Why? It's forever. That's why. That's why you want the good wrath. You get the good, you got him forever. You get to hang out with God. Yeah, but you get his wrath, ain't nothing happening. Moving on. That's the concept. All right, I'm getting through this. I'm almost done. Almost home. Oh, Lord. It took a lot longer than I thought it would. Sorry about that. Hope this is informative. I'm here teaching. I'm rolling right now. Let me get this out the way. Okay, look at the brother there. Okay, shoot. Okay, the world, the cosmic lotus rising out of Asar. The cosmic lotus rising out of Vishnu. You see the plant coming up out of him. Okay, he represents vegetation, growth, resurrection, reincarnation. We are his children. That's the concept of Father. Om. Some people sponsor with the O, some people with the A. Okay, but it represents the hidden one. And then you got Ha Ar Om, Hara Om. That's Haru, the voice of me and you, and God come together. We are God's in the flesh. That's what we represent. Right thing, because I had to cut this lesson down. I got some more. We just getting started. I had to get that out of the way. Took a little long. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you more understood it, because that's the purpose for me to give you information that you can use to better yourself. That's the lesson. I got to go. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never let my right thinkers who now got the comparison and the similarities of different philosophies have passed away. I'll be right back.